Hello, and welcome to today's webinar. Thanks for taking the time to join us. In today's session, we're going to be discussing the paperless factory and how to digitize production tasks and checks. My name's Sam Jones. I'm the head of partnerships here at Evacon, but our main speaker today is going to be Mohamed Mouni. Mouni is the founder of Beyond 4.0 and one of our trusted partners here at Evacon. In regards to what we're going to be covering today, I'm going to start by giving a quick high-level introduction to Evacon. Then Mouni will take over and give an introduction to checklists, share some success stories, and give a live demonstration. Following this, we'll have a 10 minutes at the end of the session to do a live Q&A. And for the Q&A, we're going to use the chat feature in the webinar here. And to get everyone familiar with that, if you can see on the screen here, there's a little chat button. And it'd be really interesting if you could just drop a message in there about the country where you're joining us from. But then throughout the session, if you have any questions, please add them to the chat. We'll bookmark them and make sure that we have time to come back to them at the end for the Q&A session. So a little bit about Evacon. Evacon is a real-time production monitoring system that helps you identify challenges and turn them into improvements. We help manufacturers by giving them real-time visibility so you can react quickly, reduce the burden on operators compared to traditional data collection methods, give you instant access to reports, so no more number crunching in Excel, and provide the data you need to identify ways to reduce your downtime. And all of this is done through a system that's quick and easy to deploy. So Evacon, we're based in Europe, but we actually have a global presence and are serving clients in over 65 countries. The system's actually available in 27 languages. We added Albanian to the system this week, and we serve multiple different verticals from food and beverage to electronics. How Evacon works is one of the key benefits of the system is that it's very easy to set up. So implementing Evacon is a very low risk project requiring minimal investment of your own resources. It's as simple as plugging in or attaching sensors to your production assets, connecting them to the IoT module, doing some light configuration of your database settings, and all of this allows you to visualize your production data from day one. In regards to the hardware that's required, the hardware is connected to the production assets themselves. So this removes the reliance on shop floor teams from having to manually collect data, and it gives you data that you can actually trust. The hardware that you need for your production, we have our team available at Evacon. We also have our partners who can help identify your requirements, and we can provide everything that you need. Once the hardware is connected, the IoT device transfers the data to the cloud, which allows you to visualize and access your factory data from anywhere in the world. And one of the core principles for Evacon is it has designed the system to be very easy to use. So this gives you complex insights through a system that's intuitive and very visually pleasing. Next, we have a very simple diagram of how Evacon needs to be set up. Connect the sensor to the production assets. The IoT device needs to be online and can be connected via Ethernet, Wi-Fi, or 4G. And finally, you'll need a device that has access to a web browser for you to log into the system. Here we have some images of Evacon, and this one is a really great example about how Evacon can provide a real picture of your production. This client expressed that although they could physically see the shop floor, they could not really see how the production was going. And in their words, Evacon provided the real window to their shop floor. And here we have some more images of how Evacon can look on the shop floor. So various displays showing the Evacon data, helping everyone to adapt to Kaizen culture and aid communication across teams. Now, before the end of the year, we actually have an offer where we're going to be promoting or offering you professional package for the basic price. In this webinar today, we're primarily going to be talking about checklists, which is one of the many features that's in the professional package. So if you're interested in trying checklists, please express your interest and your account manager will be in touch. And on that, I'm going to hand over to Mouni to introduce himself.
Hello, everybody. Thank you, Sam, for the introduction. So I'm Mohamed Mouni. I'm based in Casablanca, Morocco. And it has been now almost 4 years that I started the collaboration with Evacon as trusted partner. So I came from a background as Lean Six Sigma Black Belt, where I worked in several type of industries like automotive, aerospace, and pharma. And since like 3.5 years now, or more, like we started the collaboration with Evacon in our region in Morocco and North Africa. So as Sam introduced, the objective of today, like as the standard feature was briefly introduced by Sam in the beginning, but also was very well explained by my colleague Spiros last webinar. So today I will be speaking about checklists, which is a very powerful feature deployed by Evocon team, that it can be used for different case studies, meaning that any paper that you have inside the factory, we can automatize inside Evocon. Have some examples here: it's quality checks, first line maintenance checks, cleaning checklists, for example, routine reminders for production team, for utilities team, for quality team, and any other to-do lists for the shop floor can be digitized inside the platform. So theoretically, checklists are used to help shop floor, mainly operators, supervisors, and technicians, to reduce scrap and rework, to switch from paper to digital and on-time tasks. We help also shop floor to ensure the consistency and to find patterns. It helps to save time and also reporting for data entry, any type of data that you need. Whenever you have a IoT sensor that can give us the data to the checklist or manual entry, it can be done to analyze it after any reports, to get accurate data for decision making, and also to improve the customer satisfaction. And I will give you some examples from some customers that are using it to have traceability for customer satisfaction. So how checklist works? So in any type of industry, you have daily checks to do with different type of tasks. You can be needing to do measurements, meaning that you want to measure some range. I don't know, let's say, for example, temperature. What is the temperature of the room with a frequency that we will see after? What is the quantity? What is the value of this? It can be also a type of task that we call yes and no, which means that you need to confirm the result of the checks according to requirements. If it is correct, I don't know, let's see, is the label correct to the description from the bill of material? You can also enter a text to answer, give me the batch number of the product that you are using now. You can also mark as done, especially we are using it to perform a complete cleaning on the dosing system, for example, especially in the SMED workshops. We are using this feature with our customers. You can also select from a list, let's see, it's a maintenance that you are a maintenance technician, you are doing a change for a spare part. We can add all the list of the spare parts according to what you have in your ERP or CMS. And when the maintenance technician is changing this part, he can select one part or multi-select. Or also a new feature that was added recently, I think 1 month or 2 months ago, which is add image, and which is very powerful when the operators can add pictures, photos when completing a task, for example. So these tasks need to be defined or used according to some frequencies. We have different type of frequencies, like regular intervals. For example, every 40 hours, I need to do a planned shift time. Or for quality checks, every 1 hour, I want you to do these checks. After changeover, let's see, I go from the product SKU number 1 to product SKU number 2. For the quality checks, I need to do this, this, and this. Or I go from the flavor number 1 to flavor number 2. I need you to do this type of checks. 1/3 part, which is quantity produced, and this I used with different customers, especially for maintenance. So we had a case study with a customer where we reduced the quantity of filters that we change per year to 30% using this feature, meaning that the supplier of the machine is asking you to change the filter after 1,000 hours of work, which means that you are really working 1,000 hours. But because we don't have, before Evocon, any idea how many real hours we were working, so we were changing systematically. It's 4 weeks, for example. By this feature, because Evocon is counting the quantity produced with accuracy, it can tell you need to change the filter after 1,000 hour of working, which is equivalent, let's see, to 10,000 bottles or boxes. This, it can help you with precision to reduce, in this example, the number of filters that you change per year. Downtime reason, especially, let's see, if I have a downtime, the machine stopped for a quality defect. So the quality check will be announced for the operator to be sure that I did this type of checks to remove any type of problem that I have. And finally, it was updated 2 weeks ago. So we have now different type of frequencies like daily, weekly, monthly, that you can plan all your planned type of checks for maintenance, for routines, for production, and so on. So when you have, the type of tasks, the frequency, now visually, the operator can see different type of pop-ups. The first one is to do when a new checklist pop-up, it's something that the operator will understand this is something need to be done or filled. It is in black, meaning that is just a new checklist that you need to do it. When it is done and it's successful, means that all the checks are correct according to the range and satisfactory. It is a successful checklist and it will be in green. When it is unsuccessful, means that some of the tasks are unacceptable or outside the range. It will be in orange. And when it is missed, meaning that I asked you as an operator to do it, but you do it you missed it after 20 minutes, it will be turning in red, means that you didn't respect the target in terms of timing or periodicity. And according to this, we can create different type of alerts, which is, as Sam explained also, is included in the Pro package, meaning I have some customers that are using these features. Like, for example, when some checks are unsuccessful, let's see, I have some safety checklists. Let's say I have a problem in the safety and they have a problem that is unsuccessful. I can be alerted by email, but also you can use webhook. Webhook means that you can connect it with Teams, with Slack, with WhatsApp, whatever server you have, with SMS. Whenever you have a problem in the checklist or a checklist pop up as a new checklist or unsuccessful or successful or missed, you can be alerted in real time. This is a very powerful feature that it can help quality teams, maintenance teams, production teams to be sure that the checks are done in real time. So I was also asked to share some case studies that we did with different customers. So I saw Osama from CCBC Coca-Cola also in the chat. So the CCBC is one of our good success stories with whom we are working, where we have 12 plants now, more than 45 lines in different countries, 5 countries across Africa, from Morocco, Algeria, Ghana, Guinea, and Cape Verde. We are using checklists for different usage, like for SAP planning, for SAP master data connection, to Power BI integration. And this has helped us to remove paper from the shop floor, especially in the pilot plant where I'm talking to you now. I'm in Casablanca factory of Coca-Cola. And this was done by the plant manager, where he gave us that he saved 3 hours per day from removing paper to go into fully digitized checklist for seal checklist, for safety checklist, SAP integration for raw material, and so on. Also, we have other case studies with EMA Holding, which is a very big producer of paper bags and paper products here in Morocco, where they are using their checklists in order to ensure quality. So they received a claim from some customer, and the customer was asking if they do the quality check in real time. So they opened Evocon and they sent them traceability from Evocon that their operators did the check in real time, and they even sent them that there is the pictures that we were using during that check, which is very powerful in terms of traceability and customer satisfaction, as I mentioned in the beginning. I have also one of the good customers that is using Evocon is Le SIRI, which is a multinational, one of the biggest in the world, producing olive oils and vegetable oils. palm oils and others. They are we started with them the collaboration in Morocco. Now we roll out in France, but also in Italy and Algeria, and it is used very well, the checklist there, in order to remove paper, especially for quality checks, for production checks and maintenance checks. So also these checklists, as I said, are linked with reports. So we have very like early stage reports that we start using Evocon, which is in one click you can go and understand how much checklists were done in time, how much were missed, how much done successfully and unsuccessfully. You can see which task, let's say for example, is the temperature outside the range. You can see how much time or the frequency, how much it was not conform, and you can even, our customers are taking integration with Power BI or Excel outside the system in order to calculate their CPK in order to do like their quality reports and to see the tendency in the past days, weeks, months, and in order to launch Kaizen projects in order to improve their quality or maintenance routines. So one of the case studies that we did also with one of the big customers that we have is that we moved from the traditional like only line production monitoring for packaging and so on. Now we are monitoring also water treatment stations like reverse osmosis. And with this reverse osmosis, it's very critical to monitor also the quality parameters, especially for pH, TDS, chlor tracking in real time, to calculate also ratios. So for this, we added all the checks that need to be done, like let's see, 1 per hour or not, half hour, you need to do these quality checks. So we connected automatically the sensors to the checklists, meaning that instead of that, the operator, it's half an hour, need to go to take the measure from the sensor and put it manually in the checklist. Now it is going automatically into the check, and they can see in real time what's going on. They can analyze and they can be alerted. So the other part that I was asked also to do, it's for live demonstration. So I will start sharing my screen where I will do for like my demo account, different type of checklists that we are using in different factories. So this is my demo account. So as many of you know, Evocon already like for the standard feature. So this is a station called PF2, Tuesday 11th. So here where I'm based, it's 1:12 like PM in Casablanca. So I created different type of use cases according to what I saw from different customers, depending if it is security checklist, quality checklist, shift report, and so on. So the first one that I will start showing you is that quality checks. So, and as if you can see here, this is a quality check called test quality, where the frequency, I put it every 20 minutes. For this example, this checklist, we have also the traceability that who is doing it. Let's see, me as an operator, Mohamed Mouni, I did it at 11:38, but it was due at 7, meaning that as a traceability, you can know who did it, who changed it, when it was due, when it was really done. And then I can go back to the like tasks. Here, I need you to do the temperature measurement according to the standard operator procedure number X. I can also, if you have like any SharePoint, add the URL for your SharePoint where, let's see, some new operators don't know how to take this to do this task. I can add the description here, the URL, and you can open automatically your SharePoint to explain to him how it is working. For example, my range here should be between 21 and 25. I'm respecting the target. So let's see if I put it at 12, meaning it's in French, but it's explained that the system will alert the production supervisor and ask you to do the standard operation number XXX, for example. Is there any like visual defects, and so on. So this is some type of checklist. And if you can see here, there is different type of checks. Here, it means that I have some problem. So for example, is there any visual defect? I said, no, yes, there is a defect. So then I can find there is a picture here of the defect. For example, as the logo of our company, just as a simulation. This is one type of what we call checklist with a frequency that we put it as, let's see, each 20 minutes. The second use case that I want to share with you is that what I saw from different customers is using it for shift report. So meaning that this data, they want to use it in their QCDP routines in Power BI, or I don't know, in Fabric or other like visual management tools. So once per shift, like at 5:58, 1:58, 9:58, which is in the end of the shift, 2 minutes before the end of each shift, it will pop up a checklist like this asking you, is there any security incident to declare? For example, here, a pallet in the pedestrian crossing. You can add also a picture. So for example, if I click, I have a picture of the problem that I had, for example, and I can look for it. For example, this is the picture that I have the problem. I can add it as a proof of the problem that I have in the crossing pedestrian. Is there any quality issue to declare? I have a printing problem. What is the total quantity produced in this shift? How much number of operators during the shift worked safe? So this type of report, or as we call shift report, I saw different customers using it in order to do like the shift handover between first shift, second and third, and so on. But also it is used after in the reports in order that the operators, the shift leaders, the production managers can see what's going on in their tenant. Also, one of the things that I want to share with you is that I have some customers that is using checklist for 5S audits, meaning that 5S audits, it's depending on the type of industries, but it is a standard that lean standard that is used to do like control if it is clean, if it is respecting the 5S of your station. So this use case, I saw it in a customer who is doing it like once per shift or in a specific time. We have even recently a customer that he have a planning tool for 5S that is sending checklist automatically in a specific time where the operator or the auditor receive this type of check. Is the 5S standard of station number 1 respected? Yes or no? If he say yes, it means that it's okay. If no, we can add a picture also as a proof. Is the standard for station number 2 respected? Yes. Who is the auditor that did the audit, for example, and the register? This also in the daily shift or monthly shift or the weekly shift, you can see the report, how many like 5S audits were done. Are they successful? If they are not successful, you can go and check the pictures, which pictures are not good, what are the problems that you have in that day. So I saw also different type of checks, like here I have a customer that is linking via APIs his ERP with our system, and he is calling a checklist raw material, meaning in the end of the shift or when he change like raw material, let's see like labels, there is a pop-up that like this called raw material, asking him, is the part number of the bulk that is using conform? Meaning that I can connect with the like bill of material, create a checklist and ask the operator, is he using the right bill of material? Which configuration of the packaging are you using? Let's see, you can use label type 1 from supplier 1 or label type 2 from supplier 2. So we can check, yes, I'm using the configuration number 1. And if you want to go more deeper into traceability, what is the batch number of the raw material A9898 that you are using? So he can put the batch number that he is using, but also we can add a picture, meaning that he can picture the label of the raw material that is brought from the warehouse as a traceability in the system. So this is other type of use case that I saw in a customer. Another type of use case, it's security OK startup, meaning in the beginning of the shift, or I don't know, once or twice a shift, the operator is receiving a security OK startup asking them some question like, is the extinctor validity date conform? Yes. If you say no, like it will ask you to say an image. And as I said, there is an alert feature where the safety supervisor will be alerted in real time. So you need to go check the extinctor validity date in the station PF2 because there is some problem. In the beginning, also for the lotto operations for safety, we have use cases that the customer is asking, is the security switch operational? Yes or no? So this is also some type of checks that I saw from different customers that they are doing. I want also to share with you, this is a machine inspection that we planned daily at 5:24 and 5:25. We can change, as I said, the frequency as we want. And I am asking the team to check the oil level. It should be between 1.3 and 1.6. This is good. If I see it is 1, so it will ask me to inform maintenance team that oil level is out of tolerance. Another type of check, wipe residue of the inspection window. I should say, is it done or not? Complete visual inspection of machine. It's done. Is the machine running correctly? Yes. So this is another type of check that I saw from a customer who is using it. But also I saw one which is very important. It's a very good customer of us, that he is using checklist in the deepest way. And here, for example, when we have a stop, let's see, mechanical failure, the operator wrote it's a technical group, mechanical failure in the palletizer, the location, and the problem was problem X. So then we generated a technical failure checklist where we can ask the maintenance team, or I don't know, first maintenance from operators to do actions like this. Power down the machine. Is there enough space in the buffer zone to maintain upstream production? Yes or no? If he said no, we created already an alert. Let's see if you have a very big beverage line where the problem is in the blower and you want to alert the people from the packer. It means that there is a problem or maintenance problem in the blower. You have the conveyor where you have the work in progress, but you need to be alerted that the machine will be stopped. The palletizer will be stopped in a while, maybe, I don't know, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. So this integration that we did with this check, when it is no, we need to send an alert to the other part line. They can understand what's going on. Is the reason of technical failure known? Yes. So they can add a comment here. Reason for technical problem A, and also we can integrate if you are a CMS and you are already opening job in CMS, different type of CMS, we can connect and the operator can see the OT 14588. This is the one that I want to close and save. This data will go directly to CMS. You can add also the spare parts that you have as a list, and you can go check. This is the list of the spare parts that I changed. In the same case study, this customer went deeply into analysis, and he took an API and he connected with his own machine learning or ChatGPT software. And whenever we have a stop, we send him in real time the type of stop and the comment from operator. He linked his machine learning software with the documentation of his supplier, SOP from his supplier, or the PDF that your supplier giving you. And he is creating a checklist automatically with an API that we did an integration for him, which is a very deep integration in the checklist, where you can see, according to the SOP 25898, you need to adjust the sensor A7898, meaning that the stop reason that the operator put it into checklist in the like stops was going to his machine learning system, and according to the PDF of his supplier, the recommendation is that to adjust the sensor A7898. Also, I found them also testing some machine learning to understand the history, meaning that they have all the data via APIs in their servers, and they received alerts that they sent to us also via checklist. According to the history, the best solution done January 16, 2025 at 3 p.m. is to adjust the sensor A7898. Meaning in Evocon, we don't treat like predictive maintenance or whatever, but we are receiving orders from checklists from their systems, and we create via Python scripts that we developed in our local team beyond 4.0, this integration that it help you to understand automatically or a recommendation for Gen AI maintenance in this maintenance checklist. So this is for the pins that, as I said, different colors. Green, it is successful. Here, unsuccessful. Like, for example, this one is missed. But also in the banner, you can enter and you can see like overview of all your checklists. You have 22 checklists in this shift in total. 5 of them are missed. 8 are unsuccessful. And 9 are successful. And this is giving you like an overview in real time to what's going on, like in terms of removing paper from the factory. So that was from my side like a quick presentation of the shift, but also, as I said, in terms of like settings, we can adjust easily with a very easy way, like to create. We have different type of groups. So as you can see, I have group of improvements where inside I create innovation ideas and 5S. Innovation ideas also, it's a very important like use case that I saw from some customers, where once per shift they receive questions like, do you have any idea to improve your process? Yes or no, or not applicable. Meaning that you can include your team in a Kaizen way. Each operator is in front of the machine 8 hours a day. So if there is some ideas, they should be coming from the operators themselves. So this customer is creating this checklist to ask his team, do you have any idea to improve your process? If he said yes, if yes, which problem are you trying to resolve? Many operators will not understand or have the capability to write it in good English or French or Arabic or Spanish, depending on their own language. So the feature of adding a picture, so he can draw some like drawings in a paper, take a picture and add it as a proof, as a document as an image. What is the solution that you propose? Also save. And also you can see here for the frequencies, as I said, the periodical, I can adjust in an easy way. Do you want to use the periodical? Okay, is it daily, weekly, monthly? Like daily, which time? Or weekly? Is it you want me to repeat it each 1 week, all the days of the week? Or monthly, I want you to repeat it on a specific day, like always the first Monday, or on a specific calendar day, always the 15th of each month, I need you to do this type of action. I can also, as a frequency, do it, as I said, in a regular interval, like let's see, each 30 minutes, with a possibility to adjust, raise it at the beginning of the shift, or I need you to pause the timer during downtime, which is a very, very powerful feature, meaning that I don't need to do it each hour because the machine stopped for, let's say, 45 minutes, meaning that the frequency is not the good one. So if I activate pause timer during downtime, I know that this time there was no production because I didn't receive any signal from the IoT devices. Also, reset at product changeover, meaning that the point 0 to start counting is when I do the changeover. I can also, when I do a specific changeover, do a specific task. And this, it's a feature that I'm using to help our customers do their SMED project, to help the operators keep track on time, meaning that when I launch the changeover, I need to do the first action after 5 minutes. Then The second action, I need to do it after 30 minutes. Then the third action, I need to do it after at an interval after 25 minutes. And these actions will help operators check if they are on time on doing their manual operations or checks. Also, after quantity produced, as I said, when I have a specific quantity produced, I can be alerted after 1,000 units or 10,000 units. After a specific downtime, let's see, I have a quality defect, for example, or a technical defect. When it is a mechanical failure that is more than 30 minutes, I need to be alerted. I can also go deeply in the location, in which part of the line. Is it in the labeler? Is it in the packer, in the palletizer? Let's see if we have an organization, electricians dedicated for palletizers, electricians dedicated for labelers. So we can also adjust this type of alerts according or checklist depending on the location itself. And finally, you can do manual activation. This, I saw a use case that was very interesting by a customer. He is doing it for Gemba works, meaning that when he has a visit to a line or a machine and he saw some problem and he want to do his report, he can activate manually the checklist called Gemba work, and he can put all his tasks. Is it like a to-do list task, a measurement, or whatever. So this is also important in the settings. I said also alerts, we can create alerts. So for example, I can be alerted if a specific checklist called safety, security, okay, startup, and the result is unsuccessful or missed, I need to be alerted via email that I can also adjust the content of the checklist. So means that safety checklist in the line number X was launched, and you can see the results here. Or I can also, as I said, create a webhook. Let's see, I want to use Teams. I can put the URL of the Teams here, and whenever there is an alert, you can receive in the Teams channel or Slack channel or Mattermost or WhatsApp, whatever server you are using internally in your company, you can receive automatically the alert. And the last point, so to let time to like questions, it's about reports. So in the reports, as you can see here, like we have also the possibility to create report for checklist, where I can go and select in a specific timing, like here, for example, let's see factory. I can select a specific factory here. And in the specific factory, I can go to select a specific line, PF2, for example, and I can change the periodicity. For example, let's see, I want to see, I don't know, let's see, September 1st to 14th. And let's see, I wanted to see it per day. As you can see, really flexible to do this type of analysis. I'm interested to see all type of checks. So here I have it, all type of checks. Then I will, okay, give me by type, by checklist. So I see that the quality checks, this one was a frequency of 240 for this period. 0 were missed, means that the team did everything. 40 were unsuccessful, which means that I have a quality ratio of 83.33% that were successful. The average time to do it, it's 9 minutes, and the median time, it's 6 minutes. And I can see it by checklist. I can also like go and see it by weeks, how it moves week by week, and so on. And this is like a powerful and easy to use tool in order to see which type of problem I have. I can also select also I am interested only on this one, and I can deeply go in the analysis and see, okay, for this check, can you give me like was done by whom? So if I have the traceability, I can see the list of my team, quality team, and I can analyze if it was done in time, if there is a problem in the training, and so on. So that was a global overview of the checklist feature. And yeah, I don't know from your part, Sam, if we have some discussion in the chat. So
Yes, we do. Thank you very much, Mooney. That was a really great overview of checklists, kind of showing how flexible it is and how many diverse use cases there are for this feature. But we have got quite a few questions in the Q&A, so let's tackle those. Mooney, I'm probably just going to ask the questions to you to answer, but let's start from the top. So Gior was asking, what ERPs can we bolt onto?
So for my side, I did this with SAP, AX Dynamics, Sage, and Odoo. So we have like APIs, standard APIs that are already existing. So I think the like connectors already exist in different type of ERPs, but the ones that I used and the integration is done already is with SAP, with also Sage, as I said, AX Dynamics, and Odoo.
Yeah, but Gior, we don't really have a limitation on what ERPs we can integrate to. So please reach out to us. Tell us what system you're using. We have some fantastic technical documentation to support your team. But yeah, we'd love to talk about that project. We have the more common ERPs that we integrate with, but we're not really limited to a vendor or certain ones. Popper is asking, how is it possible to integrate checklists to Power BI?
No, this is easy a task to do. So we have already documentation inside Evocon. So we have APIs where you can select the name of like for each checklist. So if you go to documentation, each checklist have its own like code or like a checklist code. And there is a standard API already existing where you can transfer the data with a specific. I think this is included in the professional package, Sam, and the documentation is already shared with the support team inside Evocon. So if you go to API, like key APIs in Evocon, you click on the info button, you can see how to use like APIs, and there you have a section how to use APIs for checklists.
Yeah, so Papa, if you have a look in the help and support pages, there's some good documentation there already to support you, but you can access the API through the Evocon settings. If you need any help with that, please just get in touch with us and we can support you. Mick has a question, can maintenance breakdown reporting software be linked to Evocon? So I guess this is referring to CMMS software. Mooney, perhaps you have an example from your customers where you've linked to...
Dmoment and Coswin. So two of the softwares that we did the integration with, like sending the data from Evocon also, but also we can trigger like some maintenance, like planned maintenance from the CMS automatically to Evocon also.
Okay. Let's have a look through here. Sharon has a question. Will there be an option to identify trends and results deviations found in checklists or predicts events to happen and suggest preventative measures?
So what I understand is that they want to go deeply in the analysis of the results of the checklist to like understand trends and deviations. So this is in the report side is not existing. What I saw in customers is that they take in data outside, like in Excel or Power BI, to create trends and to analyze. But actually in Evocon, this option is not available.
Sharon, I think your question's been answered. Sharon asked, can we select and link locations to checklists to get more granular specific information and built asset history? So I think you asked that question before Mooney showed the settings for checklists. So I believe that one's already been answered, but the answer is yes.
Yeah.
Checklist based on the locations on the line. Luancia. If the person responsible for performing the check is not an operator, for example, someone from quality or maintenance department, how should we add them to the Evocon system and under which user category would they be assigned?
Yeah, this is possible in Evocon. So there is a feature which is like you can create for them an operator code. Can I share my screen, Sam?
Yep. Go ahead.
Okay. So yeah, just one moment, because this was asked for me by different customers. Do you see my screen?
Yes.
So when we go to settings, we create a checklist. Let's see, this is the checklist that we want to tag. We should here put require authentication, meaning that we need to assign passcodes for operators. Operators, it can be quality teams or maintenance teams. And when you go here to settings again, and you have operators, you can create like your team from quality. Let's see, quality technician 1, just a name, and I will affect him to this station. So if I save his name, I see quality technician. If I go to his name, I can generate for him a passcode. So he needs to have this passcode. So whenever he will enter to this checklist, let's see this checklist, if you remember, so was like here in my account. For me, when I enter to do this checklist, it should be done by Mohamed Mouni. But if he is not, because I'm an admin, I can open it automatically. If not, so there is a pop-up that will open for him. Okay, give me your passcode. So he can put his passcode, this number that we put 3699. And as the system will tag him as the quality technician number 1. And this is a feature that was developed by the product team in order to get more granularity to who did this action. So I think this it can help you like also identify, use the checklist by quality team, maintenance team, and so on.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I think we've got a few other questions that we don't have time to answer now, but a couple of ones. The last one here from Panos. If the locations were added in checklists, could Evicon be used to track maintenance history of different locations through the maintenance checklist like CMMS? I think that one's already been answered. So we covered the locations requirement and the integration with CMMS software. Another quick one that we can answer from Marianne. How much does the checklist feature cost? So on the screen here, you can see that we have the offer that I mentioned to you previously. So at Evicon, we've recently moved to packages where we have basic, professional, and enterprise. Checklist is a feature that's in the professional package. So if you don't already have checklists, please register your interest. There's a call to action button here where you can book a call with us and we can arrange a time to have a conversation with you. But in professional, checklist is included, and you can see the pricing on the Evicon website. So just go to Evicon and pricing. But if you are interested in trying checklists, you can trial it for free, and we'd love to have a conversation about how you could use it at your factory. But we're a little bit over time, so I think we'll wrap up the session. As I mentioned, I know there's a few questions that we didn't get time to answer, so we'll make sure to contact those who didn't get the questions answered one-on-one and give you the response. But Mouni, thank you very, very much for your time and giving this fantastic overview. We really appreciate our partnership together and the insights you've given us today. And thank you everyone for registering for the session and joining us. We know it's very hard to find time in the working day to attend sessions like this, but we hope you found it insightful. And please let us know if you would like to discuss this subject more. Thank you very much.
Thank you.